Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I was actually in the middle of getting ready to prepare a quick lunch that is going to use up some of the ingredients that I haven't used this week, and I thought that I might film a quick video for you so that you can kind of see how I try to use up everything. Today's our grocery day. It's Tuesday, and so before I go to the store, of course, we want to have a clean fridge, and I have a ton of just kind of leftover produce that really needs to be used up. Some sad looking peppers, some sad looking cilantro, two little green onions, and some carrots that really need to be used up before they go bad. So we're just going to make a quick stir fry and use up some noodles that I had open that I need to use up as well. These are super easy for when I'm making lunch. I really like to use these. They don't require to actually be cooked. You just soak them in hot boiling water. And I've already pre-boiled all of the water before we started the video, so we'll go ahead and get started getting this together.
Friends, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to share this helpful hack for cooking and for groceries. Hit the like button and subscribe if you like helpful hacks and tips on being able to hit your financial goals. And leave me a comment down below if you've also got some helpful tips that would help the community out as well.
I already have some pre-cut onions that I didn't use the other day that I need to use up, so we're going to dump those in and go ahead and get the cabbage and the onions sauteing. Okay, so to get our veggies going, I'm just going to add a little bit of water.
Sauteing with water is probably one of my favorite budget-friendly tips. Oil has gotten so expensive, you guys, and if you don't have to use it and you use tap water that you already have on hand, you are saving yourself a ton of money. Did you know that your taste buds actually cannot even taste and detect the oil that you put on your food? It's really just to keep the food from sticking, and water does the exact same job, and you're already paying for it in your water bill. In fact, since using water now to saute my foods, I can actually taste the food better. There's more flavor in the food when you don't use oil at all. Not to mention, you're also saving yourself 4,000 calories per pound. Oil is the most calorically dense product that we consume.
We're gonna add in some peppers that need to be used up before they go bad. The carrots are already pretty small. I may just coarsely chop them a little bit. You can use any kind of protein that you want. Meat is really expensive right now, and I try to kind of avoid it, so we use beans. These are from Aldi's, super cheap. You can use as many as you like, but it gives you that protein. So for the stir fry, I'm going to use some frozen broccoli. It's easy, it's already cut up, you don't even have to worry about washing it. Love that. I'm just going to dump this right in so it begins to cook with the rest. With this, I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots, and we will let that cook down. I like to have my peppers and my green onions fresh and crispy, so we're going to add those last, and the cilantro will go on top.
Now would be the time that you would want to add your protein of choice, whether it's meat, nuts, beans. Cashews would be really good in this as well. And I tossed in the sweet peppers last just to keep them a little crisp.
While we wait on everything else to finish sauteing in the pan, we're going to go ahead and get the sauce together. I didn't season any of the vegetables as I went because I knew that we were going to be adding a sauce on top at the very last of it. So we're going to use some liquid aminos. This is what I have on hand just because it's less sodium, but you can use soy sauce if you have that. I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup. It's a large pan, so it's gonna go very far. I'm also gonna use some rice vinegar, and again, this is just stuff that I have on hand, so you do not have to use this if you don't have it. Some onion powder, and I would say maybe about 1/2 a teaspoon. I don't usually measure anything, I just kind of measure with my heart. Garlic powder, I love garlic, so we're gonna add quite a bit of that. I would say at least a teaspoon, if not 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm gonna add just a dash of ginger. If you're not used to cooking with ginger, it's pretty flavorful, so you don't have to have a ton of it. Just a little bit goes a long way. I'm gonna make this more of like a peanut sauce. This is some dried peanut powder that I had left over in the pantry that I want to use up. So we're gonna add about a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon of that for flavor. I like things a little spicy, and so I have the Korean red chili flakes. You could also use red pepper flakes, whichever ones that you want. I like the sweet heat that comes from these, so we're gonna use just a little bit of that. And for some sweetness, we're gonna use some maple syrup. I would say start out with maybe like a tablespoon. You can add more if need be. If you had cornstarch, this would also be the time that you would want to add that in and just get it incorporated well. I usually have some, but I'm out, so we're just working with what we have. Again, trying to use up stuff, save on our budget, so we're not wasting our money. So we are just gonna roll with what we have now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the pan and saute this quickly together, and we'll be done. So the last thing that I always do is add my noodles to the bottom. I don't throw them in the pan because they'll tend to overcook. They're very, very thin. So I'm just gonna put noodles in the bottom of my bowl, and we'll top it with our mixture. Now we're just gonna take our peanut sauteed mixture and add on top of the noodles. I promise, guys, this is delicious. It's so healthy for you, but it uses up all the extra tidbits in your fridge and keeps you from wasting your money.
The last thing I topped my bowl with was green onions and cilantro, just to use up the last bits that I had before they went bad. Again, utilizing every amount of food that we have in our fridge so that we're not wasting our hard-earned money. If you've not tried this Thai peanut sauce, I highly encourage you to do so and increase the maple syrup if you want a little more sweet. Thanks, friends.